Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be going over question number 35 from your cumulative review packet. So Carol drives her daughter to school at an average rate of 30 miles per hour, but only goes an average rate of 20 miles per hour on the way home because of traffic. What is her average rate for the entire trip? So we know that with average, we're adding some things together and then we're dividing by the number we have. So when we think of average rate, I want us to think about it in this way. We know that our average rate we get by taking our distance and dividing it by our time. Remember, like if d equals r times t, then d over r equals t, and d over t equals r. Well, we're trying to find the average rate, so we're going to be doing d over t equals r. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So if I think about it, I made myself a d equals r times t chart. Now I'm going to school and away from school, so I actually know that my distances are the same. So I'm going to put to and from. And then d equals r times t. So I know that my distances are equal, so let's call this distance to d and distance from d. My rate distance going to school was 30. My time is unknown. So I'm going to call that T1 because it's going to be a different time if I'm going faster. So on the from, my rate was 20, so that's T2, right? Because if we're going different rates, then it's going to take us longer to go one of those places. All right, so that means that I have D equals 30 times T1, right? So if I need the times, I'm going to have to actually solve for t here. So that's going to give me, if I divide by 30, I know that t1 is equal to d over 30. All right, well that means that d equals 20 times t2 is also going to give me my time. So I'm going to divide that by 20. And so time 2 is going to be d over 30. Okay, so I've got my time. Well, my distances, I've got this distance going there, and I've got this distance going back. So if we think about that, it's really going to be like distance 1, so distance there, which is d, plus distance back, which is d. And then my time would be d over 30 plus d over 20. All right, so let's make that a little bit simpler. How are we going to do that? Okay, I'm going to come down here, so I have some room. So that's going to give me 2d all over. Well, my bottom, I need a common denominator, which is going to be 60. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 over 2, and this by 3 over 3. So that's going to give me 2d plus 3d over 60. Now, this is not the only way to do it. I'm doing it really algebraically. There's some other ways as well. But okay, so that's going to give me 2d all over 5d over 60. Now we know that dividing fractions is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So let me switch colors. That's going to be 2d times 60 over 5d. Okay, again, we're just finding the average rate here. All right, so then the d's are going to simplify to 1, and we're going to get 120 over 5, which is 24 miles per hour. And that would be my average rate for the entire trip. And it should kind of make sense to you that it should be somewhere in between 20 and 30, right, as we think about that. All right, so hopefully that was a helpful video, and have a great day.